So here we go. We are loading on in again mid-series, but the winner of this series goes up against Nice.
Oh. As we continue this series, but kick it off for the first time here on the channel, but we are continuing the series as they did play against each other initially, but so in that way it's kind of a continuation of the series, but here it is our first time, so we're kind of kicking it off in the bottom right hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom right hand corner of Pride of Altaris. We have the blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Taiwan. He is, without a doubt, the best player from Taiwan. He is going to be representing On Side Gaming. OG! He is Rex.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Pride of Altaris LE, we have our Taiwanese Protoss player himself representing Prep Esports. Currently down in this series, it is Haas.
Oh my. I'm putting my brain on overdrive to sort of speculate on what happened in game number 1.
Yeah, I can't recall when it started, so I don't really know kind of the length. Oh my god, let's go! So Rex opened up with, I believe it was a pool gas opener. Yes, it was a pool and then a gas. So he's gonna have a lot of links to work with. He's gonna be rushing into link speed, I imagine. He's gonna have a lot of minerals to work with as well here with this gold base. I see aggression coming out from Rex.
It's gotta be, and if it isn't, well, I would have to start questioning everything I understand about this player, and he is going aggressive. He's getting link speed, he is getting gas, and he's gonna mine from that gold.
Exactly, he is not pulling out of that gas geyser. We could see a baleen nest behind this as well. There we go, he's doing it. Let's go. We are seeing a link bane bust here coming out from Rex and Haas. What does he see? He did go for a probe scout. He confirmed the gold base. Now he slips into the main and he will see the baleen nest, so he has all the information he needs. Can he defend though?
He cancels.
Oh oh my god. So Rex, because he got scouted, he cancels the baleen nest. He pulls out of gas, and he's hoping, I imagine, for Haas to overreact.
That'll be ideal here, but I am hard pressed to imagine a scenario where Haas does overreact.
Oh yeah, we'll see here. We'll see. In the end, Haas goes for the full wall off, throwing down that gateway. Unfortunately, one probe is left on the wrong side of that wall. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But again, Rex, he's just saturating his bases. Link speed is about to kick in. We'll see how many probe kills he can get.
A couple. Not that many.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. He wants them. Yeah, he wants them so badly, but oh, the target fire wasn't quite there in the end. I think he only gets 1 probe kill in total. So very nice defense by Haas, but again, that is because Rex did kind of divert his plans a little bit and only made that first wave of links.
Yeah, he would have loved to go for the full-on beam bust, but it's not to be in the end.
Just wasn't meant to be. Oh boy. But again, you know, I mean, he still has the gold base, you know, he still has a lot of resources here. Oh my god, the Oracle is going to get into that mineral line though, and 2-3 drones go down.
And the Oracle lives.
Yeah, not bad.
It's going to be met by another one.
Yeah, we have a second Oracle on the way. We have a third Oracle on the way as well. So triple Oracle opener coming out here from Haas. We'll see if he goes for the but always approach or what he decides to go for. Meanwhile, oh, he pushes his probe out.
That was just about the wrong time to do it.
No, like that was intentional. That Haas, he wanted to expand. That's great.
Oh, despite the full wall, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is good because he can always recall to that base. Yeah, I'm liking this.
That was really cool to see. A little bit of a micro trick there by Haas to force that probe out without dealing with his wall, so he's still relatively safe. He doesn't have to. Yeah, he doesn't. He squeezed it out. Just doesn't have to deal with killing one of the gateways or anything like that. Not yet. I'm sure he will eventually. But yeah, just some nice moves.
Yeah. We're going to see a whole lot more of that, Ranger.
A whole lot more of this, less more of Mass Orc.
You can get both. I would assume.
Meanwhile, the Orcos rock up. Yo, they get a kill on that Spore. They get a couple of drones or cancel on the Spore. At the same time, Adepts are trying to rock in towards its gold base. Like, Haas being hyper aggressive here, trying to punish the greed of Rex. And yeah, he's slowly doing a decent amount of damage. Yo, and he's transitioning to deal even more damage.
That's Glaives being researched.
Yeah, Glaives are on the way. Oh my god, the Spore wasn't rebuilt, by the way, and 3 more drones go down.
Yeah, not a great start here for our blue Zerg player. But despite all of it, he does have the gold.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, there's a lot of drone damage being done, but like, I kind of think it's okay. You know, like, it's like, because of the goal base, like, he can afford to make a couple of mistakes here and there. He can afford to lose workers. But for how long is kind of the real question. And because he has the gold, it's going to be a little bit awkward to defend all your bases against Glaive Adepts.
Yeah, well, at least it should be. Depends entirely on how well he's able to connect this creep highway, which for now isn't so connected.
Yeah, there's kind of a big gap here in between the natural and the third base. Meanwhile, Glaives is about to finish up. How many gateways do we have to work with right now? We are about to have 5, 6, 7 gates for Haas. That's a lot of gates.
That really is a lot of gates. He was hoping he is going to have the economy ready to sustain it, but he has 3 bases up and running, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a weird kind of delayed Glaive Adept push. Is it even a Glaive Adept push because he's also working on Immortals as well? The Adepts are chilling here, but we should see them move out momentarily, unless he means for them to be a part of the main army. He did just cancel charge.
He did, funnily enough, huh? Well, I guess it kind of makes sense. You don't want to charge hit first the Banelings.
Yeah, like I guess the purpose of the charge ults are kind of the Adepts here. Meanwhile, we do see Rex coming in with his Lings. He does confirm the composition of that main army. Immortal Adept is the name of the game here. Rex is gonna back off. Oh, does get a snipe on one of those Oracles, and he's just focusing on his army right now, getting a 4th base up and running, throwing down a Baneling Nest, as you know, the first one was cancelled, so he is looking to rebuild it. And yeah, we kind of have like a game of chicken here. Like, I thought Haas wanted to be the aggressor, but not so much. Now he's kind of like stuck at home for a little bit.
Yeah, he would love to be shading out on top of the map and going back and forth in the bases like one does, but that doesn't seem too feasible for him right now.
Yeah, he's really respecting
at least.
Exactly. But to be fair, the War Prism is on the way, so here we go. Haas finally pushing on. Oh, these spines are looking a little bit exposed. They're not going to be a part of that big fight for Rex. The Queens will, though. There's a lot of Queens. Baneling Nest just finished.
And that's the best case scenario for Rex, is to be able to get a juicy connection on top of these Adepts. The Adepts are starting to move in a little bit. There are still a couple of Banelings still alive. That's 1, but he's going to need a bit more than that. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. But at this point, there's a lot of army still remaining for Haas. I spoke too soon because I was forgetting about the defensive advantage here for Rex.
The Queens are doing so much. There's no more sentries here for force fields. The Ravagers are pushing on forward as well. We do have a great job. Like, these Adepts are tanking so much for these Immortals, but eventually the Immortals are going to fall. Rex is getting on top of them. There we go. GG gets called. Rex, he holds, and he takes the series 2-0.
Told you, CVP was getting there. And with that, at least for the time being, we have been able to prevent the big PvP sort of finals that we always get over and over and over again. I say for the time being, because we are not yet in a qualification match. We are instead in the pre-qualifier, otherwise known as the upper bracket finals. Rex versus Nice to determine who's going to be our first finalist.
Oh, here we go. We are just getting on ready. And yeah, that was a really great showing there by Rex to be able to recognize what Haas was doing. And there was no pressure for him to push into those defensive positions. He was threatening it, like he was posturing with his Roach Ravager, he was posturing with those Ling Runbys, keeping Haas at home, while he was taking up, getting Banelings, just working on his army. And when Haas pushed in, it did feel like he kind of missed a window of opportunity earlier to push in. You know, he was just, again, chilling out at home for a little bit too long. Really well done there by Rex. Really well done.
Yeah. Showcasing that there is a little bit of a rift in the triads, you know? The Mafia bosses, they've held power for so long, they didn't count on the time portal opening up and the T-Rex to come in and eat them.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing where Rex for the longest time was the best Zerg player in the region, and then he went to Korea and he joined Jin-Air and he was putting in a lot of work. And then there was a bit of a lull period when Jin-Air disbanded and Rex, I think, went back to Taiwan, no longer in Korea.
For a bit,
yeah, he just, it felt as if he was taking a little bit of a step back, and his overall skill reflected that, you know, like that's when Gogo Joy was kind of rising up instead. So we thought maybe Rex was taking a step back, but it does feel like the acquisition of Rex and Rex joining a new team like Onside Gaming has really kind of reignited his fire. And it's really cool to see that Rex is motivated again to improve, and boy, is he improving.
A whole heck of a lot, yeah, without a doubt. Especially in the matchup that counts in this region, is ZVP.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he just hyper-focused on ZVP practice just because of Taiwan.
I guess we would kind of generally have to see what his other matchups are looking like. We haven't really been able to get a glimpse of that yet. But at the same time, you know, since he is in that Taiwan-Hong Kong region, and since he is generally considered to be the fourth best player overall, he probably doesn't need to as much, you know? His other matchups have already been solid enough for him to beat the other players that were Zerg and Terran. So he just needs to focus on CVP.